I really love comedy anime. In my opinion, they don't get the recognition they deserve. We tend to link how great a story is to how much they affect us emotionally, and sadness is an emotion that leaves a greater mark than happiness, which lead to a lot of people placing sad story on a higher footing than the one that make you laugh, which I think is absurd. I think a story that make you laugh and smile can be just as good as one that make you cry. I think it's fun to have a story that emotionally invests you so much that you are sad, but I also think it's fun to have a show that make you smile all the way through. Kaguya-sama Love is War does just that and more. Love is War is a comedic, almost parodic version of Death Note on the mind game level, but instead of a police type thriller, we have a show about a tsundere versus a tsundere. It's a show that is just pure joy to watch, and in my opinion so far, it's a masterpiece. Now let me tell you why I love Love is War so much, and why in my opinion, it's a visual masterpiece. Yes, you would be surprised how much the visual aspect of an anime can enhance the storytelling, and in that case the joke delivery. I could talk about how beautiful the art is, or how smooth the animation is, or even how the use of the lighting make this anime feel so pleasant and real to watch. But as good as all of this is pretty much what we expect from a good looking anime. But no, this show take it even further. And it all starts with the first thing you look at when watching an anime. And that is the character design. And I love the character design. They truly match the personality of each member of the club. But one of the things I like the most about those designs is how the two main characters have design that resemble more that of horror character than one coming from a comedy manga. I mean, look at Shirogane. His color palette, mostly composed of black, is only broken by the yellow of his hair. A yellow not too bright to make sure he doesn't lose this darkness in his design, making him feel like this sinister character. His piercing, almost vicious eye doesn't make him seem the most friendly either. He looked like those evil class presidents that work behind the scene to make the life of the main character a living hell. Honestly, he just looked vicious. Kaguya on her side is also sporting a mostly black color palette, but I feel like the darkness or horror vibe in her design is much more apparent by the chosen color. The red here is used sparingly but enough to make her design fun to look at, making her eye go up and down in her design. But it also really enhances the horror vibe because the color red feels more dangerous than yellow, and having this color mainly in her eye create this creepy vibe of danger when she look at you. The red color with her empty look in her eye make her this perfect, corpse party type of evil spirit character. Honestly, the first time I saw their design without knowing anything about this anime, I thought those two were evil son of a bitch. Boy, I couldn't have been further from the truth. Those designs might be that of creepy, evil looking character, but the art style contrasts those designs with a cute, colorful art style which make those designs work so well. The show always switch in perspective between those two, so at any given time one of them can turn into the evil mastermind that will try to break through the other's defense. So making them already look kinda evil make it easier for them to adapt to the creepy expression they take. This versatility in their design is proof of great character design. The way they can go from cute, lovable, love-struck idiot to genius plotting mastermind it's so funny. They never feel really threatening in a scary sense, especially when you follow them in the episode, but when the show tries to make them feel like the big bad villain is when we get the most laugh. This contrast between the cute art style and the horror design make them feel like a threat, but never really like one that can cause a lot of damage. It's kinda like when you get jump scared by a dog or something cute. It's funny cause you got scared by the less scary thing. Again, don't get me wrong, they are never really scary. Not for us, but for each other they can be really fearsome opponent. And us, the viewer, seeing them be so on defense for character that in design try so hard to be scary but fail because of the cutesy art style, make us laugh every time. But then Chika come into play with her overly colorful pink color design to break this horror vibe. Seeing them separately, you may think that they're from horror anime, but when you add Chika to the mix, all sense of horror is completely gone. Which is why this design worked perfectly in contrast with the other two. She is this funny wild card that destroyed both of their plans, so having her design completely destroy all sense of tension or horror by her simple presence is simply genius. She doesn't even have to say a thing for our brain to start to think, okay, something dumb is gonna happen, and I love it. Really great choice in terms of character design, truly utilizing this aspect to enhance the story, which not every artist does to this extent. Big props. I could go on for the other character, but I think I got my point across.
Nah, go on. Talk about me. Oh!
But that's only the groundwork of what made this anime a visual masterpiece, a groundwork that ended up elevating this comedy to higher heights. The way the show used heavy visual element into the joke is what made this comedy so hilarious. I shit you not, I realized how good the visual aspect of the show was watching a AMV. For those who don't know, a AMV is an anime music video. Basically, they're all about matching a music with certain scene of an anime. After finishing the anime, me and my bros decided to watch a AMV about it. So we saw a quick cut of the anime without the original voice or context, and just looking at it we laughed at the jokes. I'm telling you, this show has such a great visual presentation that you can laugh at the joke even without any audio on. If that's not a sign of great cinematography, I don't know what is. The way the show goes into those dramatic shots of characters' faces, or how the art style follow how threatening a character should be, all contribute to making the joke better. This anime truly used its medium to deliver the best experience possible, and I love it. From facial expression to different art style, this show does it all. Let's take a random joke as an example. There's this scene where Ishigami was talking about how flat Kaguya's breasts are. So the scene show him talking about it, which is funny in itself, but then the show does a faraway shot of them talking with only those two. Stuff slowly starts to appear all around, but then we see Shirogane have a reaction of something that didn't appear yet. This makes us smile harder as we build up anticipation. We know that Kaguya is here, but they decide to only show us after we see Shirogane's reaction, making this reveal even funnier. But this doesn't end here. Now that we know that he messed up, the show decides to portray Ishigami the most scummy way possible, with weird angle and close-up as he talks about Chika. But obviously, as we expect, when the camera gets back to where Kaguya is, we see Chika next to her as if she was here from the start. Then we have his funny reaction as he realizes he screwed up. Then we see Chika rolling up her fan that we know she will hit him with, but then she just smiles and boom, quick cut, and she's hitting him with this intense anime effect in the background. The quick cut here acts as a subversion because we were building up anticipation, but they skip the wind up and get straight to the hitting. And this joke ends with Kaguya acting like a horror villain like I mentioned earlier. And then he go away like he's about to die. It's amazing the amount of visual element put into this scene in order to make this joke that much better. All those little artistic choices help to deliver a pretty basic joke in a really entertaining, subversive and funny way. And trust me, even if not every joke has this amount of visual element to them, you will still always find a visual aspect that enhances every joke. I mean, we can just look at the running gag of Kaguya saying, this joke truly worked because of the visual. If Kaguya wouldn't turn into a bad guy from a James Bond movie, it wouldn't be so effective. I could go on and on, but I think you got the point here.
No, I don't.
What?
Not so fast. You can't defeat me that easily, boy. Snake!
The art of making you smile the entire duration of an episode is so overlooked by so many people. The amount of work both on the writing side and visual side to deliver this heartwarming, wholesome, hilarious story is undervalued by a large majority of the viewers. Next time you watch a random anime, look at how many visual elements they use to deliver the best experience. You will see that Kaguya goes above and beyond in this department, and that truly deserves praise. Also, on the side note, big shout out to the music. But the show also managed to elevate the more dramatic and emotional moment using its visual presentation with the same level of quality as with the comedy section of the show. Using frantic line work to convey stress and anxiety, giving a sense of intense gravity to the scene. We've all been stressed and all felt social anxiety, this heavy weight pushing you down as you try to get up. So we can all relate and understand what's going on in this scene. And this is a pretty accurate way to depict this feeling. We feel those lines pushing our eye down ever so slowly as we try to keep our eye on the characters' eye. They don't have eye. A lot of people consider eye to be the window into a person's soul, but their eye are empty. Well, not empty, that's not the same. They are non-existent. And hiding the soul away from the other character is a really effective way to show us how isolation, anxiety, sadness, and intimidation can lead to the victim dehumanizing literally everyone around them. And we, the viewer, seeing those emotionless, empty face around the character make it so that we also can't make any emotional connection to them. They feel to us as they appear to the character in question, like obstacle or lifeless entity that could at any moment turn on you and hurt you. And as this weight continues to push you, you can even start to lose hope and isolate yourself even further. And the characters we know and love can become just another face in the crowd. And all those carefully chosen visual elements lead to the most satisfying, emotional, and cathartic moment in the anime. In just a couple of seconds, you'll feel an emotional connection you didn't even know you made. With just one simple visual change, you'd get this amazing experience of feeling you couldn't get otherwise. Knowing that this moment was all the result of the artistic direction the show took really amazed me. This is truly a sign of visual mastery. So if you take the amazingly well-crafted character design and add a shit ton of visual creativity and a great sense of composition, joke delivery, and visual understanding of the character's emotion, you get Kaguya-sama Love is War. An amazing love comedy that fully used the visual aspect of anime in order to squeeze the full potential of every scene. Now I'll tell you, if you didn't already watch this visual masterpiece, go watch it right now. Go watch Love is War. Thank you for watching until the end. If you heard this now, you are what I call a Chad. But now I have a favor to ask you. If you enjoyed this video, can you drop a like, comment, and subscribe? It would help a lot. And don't forget to check out our other video on the channel. I'm sure you will find stuff that you like. With that said, peace out.